They were bombed by strangers, tortured by their own people, denied religion, education, and hope. In 1979, when the Khmer Rouge finally relented, Cambodians fled to what was once described as the Pearl of Asia, Phnom Penh. Seas of slums rapidly formed as families crept into any vacant space they could find. With no education, parents were left to rely on their children to provide. Many children still roam this city. Some work in factories, beg, or scavenge through rubbish. Due to child labor, they will repeat the cycle of their parents' past, earning $1 a day but losing out on a future. Now we find a people who favor a shallow sense of peace out of fear that conflict may revisit violence and war. But there's no rest for injustice when it's only overlooked.
There are kids on the streets, there are girls selling their bodies, there are boys on drugs, there are broken families. You see beggars, you see crippled lives, but you don't see them anymore. You've seen them so many times. It's very tempting to close your eyes to the pain that you see every day. 300 or 400 churches in Phnom Penh, 20,000 kids working on the streets. The churches are not reaching out to the kids, and the kids don't dare to walk into a church. They don't know anybody. We need people in between. And I kind of saw Phnom Penh like a big well, a big pit, where kids would come and fall in the pit of Phnom Penh. And I said, if only I could go back to Cambodia and encourage people not to talk about the kids in the pit, but actually to go down into the pit and become like a big brother, a big sister to the kids who are there collecting rubbish on the streets of Phnom Penh. And that's how 2.5 years ago was birthed the Bong Paoun Project. And Bong means big brother, big sister, Paoun, little brother, little sister.
The vision is for children to be in school, being educated so that they can improve their lives and the lives of their families. And so what the project does is sponsors a child, and the parent thumbprints a contract to say the children won't go out and collect recycling, instead they will go to school. For that, the family are sponsored the money that the child would otherwise earn, and the money is for the rent on their little shacks and for rice. It's our job to go and visit the kids and the families at least once a week and just encourage them and love them and get to know them and be their friend. It's not to replace the parents, it's to build relationships with the parents as much as it is with the kids. So rather than us being seen as people who just give handouts, which creates dependency, it's to encourage them to go to school. It's a pretty special thing, to build a long-term friendship with them, to see their lives improved.
For Vantha, I am sure that he wants to be a dancer. He loves singing and dancing. Hip-hop, he really good at it.
With Vantha, for him to be able to dance and getting excited with him, to be able to have that to say, I know that school sometimes is hard and you don't want to go, you don't want to get out of bed, but really, it's your choice. We're here to help you, but you need to want to make this work. If this is what you love doing, then school is the only way you're going to have the opportunity to dance whenever you like, to go to perhaps a dance school, to maybe learn art. I was at the House of Joy at the English lessons and I heard somebody spelling my name out, and when I looked over he was creating this drawing for me, and then he was so sweet, all quite embarrassed, came over and he gave it to me. It's really heartwarming to think it's not just me thinking I'm relating to them, but that it's going both ways. Yeah.
We always go in pairs. Every Bong has another Bong they work with. So we try to put Cambodian and non-Cambodians together, so then they learn from each other.
I work with her very easily. I don't know why we have the same feeling, same idea, and we can go together. So I am so happy, and I feel that me and Julie is really good. And I pray that God asks more Cambodian, more foreigners to join our project so that this kid can have a new life and can be a leader in Cambodia.
These kids have a hope and a future, and they can get out of this. It doesn't always have to be like this.
Things can change and will change, and there's a new generation of young people who are thinking outside of the box. They're aware of what's happening in the world, and they don't want to see what their parents have seen in the past 30 years. They want to see a new Cambodia, and it's coming. God is changing this nation. God loves Cambodia. It has gone through a lot of pain, but God has a real compassion for this country.
this around. I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna turn